Presidential Steering Committee has announced a possible resumption of flights between Nigeria and the UAE as it concludes discussions with the Middle Eastern country. This is according to the National Incident Manager, Mr. Mokhtar Mohammed, during the briefing by the Presidential Steering Committee in Abuja, noting that all parties have agreed on the reviewed guidelines and to adhere to the conditions imposed by the UAE. He explained that Nigeria has succumbed to the conditions first proposed by the federal government and described as discriminatory to maintain harmony. Flights between both countries were suspended since March the 17th over disagreements relating to COVID-19 testing.
Meanwhile, the House of Representatives is to liaise with relevant government agencies and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs over the diplomatic impasse between Nigeria and the United Arab Emirates and its mistreatment of Nigerians by the UAE government.
What you now find, Mr. Speaker, is that if you have to go to, for instance, India or Saudi, now passing through, you have to go to Ghana and now be stamped for 14 days. To show that you have stayed in Ghana for 14 days before you can be allowed to transit through UAE.
In addition to the 42 he read earlier.
In sync with the House of Representatives, the Senate is also intervening in the diplomatic row between Nigeria and the United Arab Emirates following disagreements between both countries.
Further concerned that there are allegations that hundreds of legal resident Nigerians living in the UAE are now losing their jobs on account of the refusal of the authorities to renew their work permits, which offend the letters of the bilateral agreement between both countries that they have signed onto.
The Senate, in a resolution, mandates its relevant committees to interface with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the National Intelligence Agencies on the best way to resolve the crisis. Linda Akibi, Channels Television News.